And now we begin the Enlightened course. This is one of the biggest shifts that you'll ever take in your life. All the things you've been learning, all the things you've read, all the experiences you've been through have been preparing you. You've been learning, growing, and evolving. And now you've reached this critical place in the evolution of your consciousness where you're ready to fully realize who you are and why you were born. You're ready to enlighten, or you wouldn't be here listening to me. So the first step in this precept is for me to acknowledge you and to invite you to look within yourself and connect with that volition that brought you to be listening to me. For the same thing that's guiding you is guiding me. We not only draw our life force from the same source, but we're all being guided. All of life is being guided. There's a Holy Spirit or life force that is creating opportunities for us to learn and grow and evolve. And now you've reached this place where you're ready to realize who you are and why you were born. You're ready to enlighten. You're part of a small but rapidly growing segment of the population that is enlightening. You're in the first 1% that has come to this point where you're aware of wanting to enlighten, or at least wanting to realize your full potential. So over this next few classes, you're going to be learning information, but more importantly, you're going to be connecting energetically. We're going to be having experiences. Your body and mind serve as an antenna, a receptive vessel to both receive energy and transmit energy. You're always being guided. You know that innately. The answers lie within you. Joy and happiness and peace lie within. You know this already, but you may not always know how to connect with that inner knowing or that place of peace or that happiness or get that guidance, inspiration, or direction. I'm going to show you how. And it's simply a matter of connecting to the source of life itself within you that is you, that spirit that you are, that life force that is animating your own existence. So let's begin experientially right now by just breathing in and just being aware of both your aliveness and the volition to be here to learn a little bit more about yourself, to see how much more conscious you can become, to develop this inner knowing and this relationship with yourself, your own indwelling spirit. So breathe in. And as you breathe out, I want to invite you to close your eyes for a minute, sit up straight, and just imagine we're stepping into a hot bubbling jacuzzi. We can use some creative visualization to help invoke a relaxation response within our own mind. So as you're sitting there imagining you're in a jacuzzi, you might just start by unbuttoning your mind and unzipping your persona and kind of stepping out of yourself, as it were, stepping out of your day, leave what was before behind. And let's get connected in what we'll say the present moment. Let's bring all our attention into this moment. And with this intention of connecting with our own life force energy. So first breathe in and think about, what is it that brought you here? I want to acknowledge that life force within you that is you, that spirit that you are, and invite you to find it within yourself and step into this jacuzzi of consciousness with me. Just imagine we're stepping into a hot, bubbling jacuzzi and there's a warm, bubbly feeling lapping up inside you. And just allow yourself to relax so there's no effort. It can be easy, effortless, and enjoyable. All this learning, this whole course is just going to be easy, effortless, and enjoyable and fun. And the first thing you want to do is inhale, and I usually start with some kind of a prayer. We all pray or look at God in different ways, but in whatever way you pray, let's say, Lord or God, may I serve as a vehicle for your love and light and wisdom. And if you open yourself to allow, well, something more powerful than you, the spirit or life force, the innate intelligence of the universe, whatever way you contextualize the divine, but recognize that there is a living force in nature and that we can connect with it. And through most of this training, you're going to develop an awareness of the science of the self, how energy works in your body, what is spiritual energy, how does it work within yourself, how does it work through life and natural forces, and how can you connect with it. You're going to learn how to develop your life force energy. You're going to learn how to raise your calibrated level of consciousness and get to a place where you can take conscious control over your mind, emotions, and behaviors, and thus be guided to actions that bring greater joy and happiness and peace, better communication and relationships, more effective work. We teach this in hospitals, we teach this in schools for children, we teach this with CEOs of corporations. Consciousness benefits everyone. And the source of most of our pain is going unconscious. So beginning with this very first precept or class, I want to invite you to breathe in as we soak in this hot tub together and reflect on the fact that you are now consciously intending to evolve yourself or to develop yourself, to realize your full potential, and to find greater joy and happiness and peace. And if there are other intentions you'd like to have, you just layer them on now. And as you breathe out, let's intend that we're going to let go of the resistance, any fears, anything that has been an impediment, that you're ready to let that go and move into a higher state of consciousness so we can work together. And so your mind is being open now to a change, to a shift, and just you kind of calibrating or setting that condition forth in your mind enables it to start happening. So let's breathe in. The first thing we want to start doing is getting connected to the source of life itself within us that is us, that life force that you are, because it's always there. God never left. The spirit that animates your existence is there or you'd be dead. So if you're not connected with it, it's only because you're ignoring it or you're denying it. So that which causes life within you is you. Without it, you'd be dead. So this life force energy is what we want to connect with. I invite you to breathe in and just feel it in your nervous system. Matter of fact, if you make a fist and curl your toes, make them tight, you can send energy through your nervous system to make that contraction. That's like electricity running through the nerves. And now as you relax that contraction in your feet and your hands, so this also helps relax you, you can see that, okay, the electricity is now not moving through my arms into my fingers to create the contraction. This is just a simple example of how energy moves in our nervous system. We now know that energy moves in our chi. There are areas of low resistance and high conductivity that bring the biomagnetism through the cell structure to help replenish the organs and the different tissues. This can be measured. Chinese felt it. Now we have instruments that can find these acupressure points in these meridians. So we know there's energy in our nervous system. We know there's energy in our chi. We also know there's energy in electromagnetic fields. There's electromagnetic fields or biomagnetic fields flowing through elements and compounds, through cells, through life forms. You have a positive charge at the top of the head. You have a negative charge at your tailbone. And you have a set of nerves running up the center of your spine up to the top of the head. So there's this life force energy running through your nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system and up into the top of your head. And there's something opening up as you reflect on this and as you draw energy up there. In India, they call this the Kundalini. And so by you connecting with your own life force energy and developing it, you can facilitate a natural development of your own indwelling spirit and its ability to express itself through what you think and say and do. It can help guide you, in other words. You get more connected. So the more connected you are and the more you keep connecting, the more you will be connected. It's really a matter of you practicing until it's very natural for you, and we're going to do that together. So everyone take a deep breath and just feel the energy in your nervous system, feel it in your chi. You might imagine it as electromagnetic fields around your body. If you picture a magnet with a plus at your skull and a negative sign down at your tailbone, and what we'd call an aura or biomagnetic field exists around your body. We can measure this now. This isn't just metaphysics, this is science. So just breathe in and see if you can feel it. Feel the energy in your body at all these subtle levels. And now as you breathe out, bring your hands up, and you can just open your eyes for a moment if you'd like to see what I'm doing. Put your hands up and spread your fingers wide. And I'm going to send you energy. Now, this is one of the most powerful parts of this course, and that's you being able to connect while you're watching with me, whenever you happen to be watching this, and connecting with me energetically. So there's 3 levels you want to connect with. First, you connect with the life force energy in your body by simply looking within yourself and feeling it. And I'm going to show you different exercises to help you do this. Then it's to connect with the life force energy around the globe. There's a positive charge at the top of the Earth at the North Pole and a negative charge at the south. And the compass needle points north because it picks up the field. So you see, this spirit energy, this energy is what we are breathing in. The yogis call this prana. And this life force energy becomes internalized and starts moving through the nervous system, through the chi, and through these electromagnetic fields. And we're going to be practicing developing an awareness of how this energy works and developing it so it gets stronger, and also developing the level at which it is operating through us. So you can learn to recalibrate to higher levels of consciousness. So just think about that. Breathe in and feel the energy coming in through your hands. See if you can feel the tingling. Move your hands from side to side and see if you can feel that sensation in your palms. And so there's, just like a cell phone or a satellite can send invisible energy and a machine can pick it up. Well, you're picking up an invisible energy that I'm sending you, and it's always being sent, so you can always pick it up, but it's easier when you see it and take the time and think about connecting. And just that psychic connection enables you to start feeling it. So that's like a booster shot, like your personal trainer helping you to exercise the energy to make it stronger. So I want you to breathe in and just imagine you're absorbing this energy into your body. And now let's test it. Let's see if you can feel the energy beginning to get stronger. Turn your hands so that the palms face each other. And your elbows are bent 90 degrees. And perhaps you're holding a beach ball with your hand on each side of the beach ball. And very slowly begin to bring your hands together. Now you're going to note first the gravity on your hands, the heat being generated, the blood flowing through your palms. There's all these different sensations, but I particularly want you to feel the electromagnetism. It's going to feel like there's a cushion of energy between your hands. And this is what we're going to be testing in each class and what we're going to be developing so that that field gets stronger. Do you feel that? It's like a sponginess. And at first, maybe it's very gentle, very light. We're just beginning. It takes practice. And the more you practice, the better you get, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the better it feels. And it just gets better and better and better. So the more you practice, the better you get at it. So just observe whatever amount of energy that you can feel in your hands. And just know that it's not just between your hands, it's all over your body. And now you can bring your hands down and you can either lay them in your lap or put your hands on your knees. And as you're looking at me, just observe the energy that I'm sending through my eyes. So I can put my hand up and pass it. I can send it through my voice, or I can send it through my eyes, or I can send it through thought. We can connect psychically. So energy moves in many different gradients and forms, but the idea is that you and I connecting helps build this bridge and this channel to support you in developing this energy and bring it out from within you. So you're not dependent on me, I'm just helping bring it out. So breathe in and feel the energy in your body. Then close your eyes again and roll your eyes up and put your attention at the point between the eyebrows. Now what happens when you do this is it invokes a relaxation response. You're actually stimulating your pituitary gland that lies behind your third eye, or ajna chakra it's called. And as you focus on this point, your brainwave frequencies will naturally begin to slow down. You will go from what's called a beta brainwave frequency, say 14 to 40 cycles per second, and then you'll move into alpha, 7 to 13. You'll go down into some theta, say 4 to 6 cycles, and even into a delta, which is 0 to 3. So as I'm speaking to you, your brainwave frequencies, it might feel like you're kind of fading in and out, and that's okay. Wherever you are in the process, just stay connected with the energy in your body and stay focused on it, because the more you connect with the life force in your body, the stronger it'll get. And this is going to rejuvenate you. It's going to replenish you. It's going to increase your stock of vital energy and make you stronger and more youthful and help cell regeneration and bring you into more joy and happiness and peace. That's why people meditate. It really is that good. It's a natural relaxation response. So your brainwave frequencies are dropping down even as I speak to you. It's easy, effortless, and enjoyable. You don't have to do anything but listen and follow along with me. So breathe in and galvanize your focus at the point between the eyebrows, knowing that your mind is slowing down and that you're kind of going into a natural flow. It's just happening. Rather than trying to meditate, you're allowing yourself to be meditated. And just like a parent reading a child a lullaby or a story, I'm just talking to you and your mind is absorbing the energy and we're going on a little inner journey together. Gentle breath in. And whenever you'd like, you can open your eyes again, engage into my eyes or close them, and just let the sound of my voice take you deeper and deeper into a peaceful, calm state. So what's happening as I'm talking to you and as you're gazing into your third eye is you're simply stimulating your pituitary gland. That's activating your nervous system, sending a relaxation response that's relaxing you and creating this inner quiet and this inner peace. And that's how you go within and find the place within yourself that has the answers, right? It's all within you. That peace and joy and love is right here just waiting for you. And this is how you dial in on it. So looking at your third eye is like flicking the light switch on. When you go into a house, often you'll toggle the switch and the light goes on. When you roll your eyes up and you gaze at this point, you simply tune into an energy that's already flowing in your body, and that kind of opens it up so you can feel it more clearly, and it just gets better and better. You start feeling good. You'll start to feel kind of a floatiness, like we're sitting in a jacuzzi and we're just floating and enjoying this peaceful, relaxing sensation. So breathe in and let's just imagine we're sitting in this jacuzzi of consciousness, getting high on God, a natural high. And as you breathe out, in addition to your brainwave frequencies slowing down, in addition to this relaxation response that is relieving the stress from your body and mind and helping to replenish your body, if that wasn't enough, you're also moving your life force energy up the nervous system, up to the top of your head. Now, human beings have been evolving for millions of years, and particularly in the last 200 years, our brain mass has been growing. There's more dendritic branching. We're literally growing more brain matter. And the last part of the brain to develop is up here in what are called the frontal and temporal lobes of the neocortex. So if you were to put a crown on your head, it's that area where the crown would touch your skull. And in that uppermost region of your head, it's still forming. This sixth sense is still developing in a human being. So you're literally developing a sixth sense. You're becoming some of the first people in the world to develop what we typically think of as intuition, an inner knowing, a way to get plugged into nature, to plug into God, to get plugged into spirit. And so as you're gazing into this point between your eyebrows, what the yogis call the third eye, and what the Maharishi explained to me is it's simply this kundalini that's running up your spine is simply a part of your sympathetic nervous system. And all these chakras that we've heard about, that the yogis talk about, are simply responding and addressing different endocrine glands in your sympathetic nervous system. You've got the testicles and the ovaries in the first chakra, which is called Muladhara. In the second one, Svajasthana, you have the adrenal glands. And then up here at Manipuram, you have the pancreas and the spleen. Up here on Anahat, you have the thymus gland. Up here at Vishuddha is the thyroid. And here is the Ajna chakra, which is the pituitary and the pineal gland. And up here you have the two hemispheres of the brain. So this is, when you see pictures of the chakras, what was happening is the yogis were going within and tuning in and observing how energy moves in these endocrine glands and how it's responding to the nervous system, which is bringing the energy up. Now, by putting our attention here, which we're sharing this feeling of bringing the energy up by looking at the third eye point, what happens is the energy continues to move up the spine, into the head, and it moves from the hypothalamus in the center of your head, and it branches out like a 1,000-petaled lotus into the neocortex, into your brain, bringing life force energy up to the very top of the head, up into the crown, or the crown chakra. which has been referred to in all the ancient literatures. Even in the book of Enoch, it talks about God placing a crown upon Enoch's head. And in India, they talk about this crown chakra, this place up here where when energy moves up here, all of a sudden an inner knowing begins to awaken from within you. So in scientific terms, this is called dendritic branching. Literally, the neurons in your brain start making connections, which allows a greater awareness to physically develop. So each week, we're going to do different exercises that are going to develop this ability to heighten this sixth sense from within yourself, learn and develop to take control of your mind and emotions and your actions and your behaviors, and to come into life from a place of greater power and awareness, which makes you more effective in your work, in your social life, and just be more happy in general. You have everything to gain, you have nothing to lose, and all you've got to do is practice. So let's practice again. Take a deep breath and just gaze into your mind's eye. And as you gaze into your mind's eye, I want you to let go now as you breathe out. And rather than trying to meditate, allow yourself to be meditated. It's just like you're looking through a telescope, maybe, and you've got to focus to get the feeling in between your eyebrows. And then you just let that feeling be your guide. You don't necessarily have to see anything. You might see lights, you might have a vision, you might have any number of wonderful experiences. But the idea is really that you just connect to the energy of your body, that your mind becomes aware of the spirit that you are and begins to realize the true nature of yourself as the spirit itself, or the life force itself, or the innate intelligence itself, however you contextualize it. So a big part of our training is first developing this connection and developing more energy and allowing that energy to operate at a higher calibrated level of consciousness. So we're not down in the realm of fear or anger or any negative emotions, but we learn how to bring our mind so it operates at a higher level, where we're at a super acute level, matter of fact. You're at the leading edge, you're at the top of your game. And that's really a matter of where you put your attention. But you need to know how to do it. So we're going to practice doing that together right now. Take another deep breath, gaze into your mind's eye, and let's start by connecting. So I want you, with your eyes closed, to just imagine the earth, wherever you happen to be on it, and picture the North Pole and the South Pole, and imagine this electromagnetism that's protecting us from the coronal mass ejections and all kinds of solar wind, they call it, or radiation. So the electromagnetic field around our earth is protecting us, and it's also providing life for living things. When we breathe, we absorb that energy. It comes in through our nose, and it begins to cycle through the nervous system and through the chi and through these subtle energy fields that are being conducted in our body. So as you breathe in, I want you to imagine that you're drawing this energy in. Absorb it into your lungs, and just feel your body filling up with light. And as you breathe out, let go of all resistance, all effort. Just let go and enjoy the feeling. Again, breathe in and feel it. Feel it in your nervous system. Feel it in your chi. Feel it in the electromagnetic fields around your body. Feel it around the earth and through the sun and through the universe itself. Just be aware of the life force energy of the Gaia, of Mother Earth, and of the universe itself. There's something directing and guiding all of life, and as you put your attention on it, your awareness of it develops, and your awareness of how these subtle energies are moving in your life are going to enable you to move with it, like a Jedi learning to use the Force. So breathe in. First, connect with it within yourself. You don't need me or anyone else to feel God. God's presence is always alive within you. And so the idea is for you to stay connected with it. So feel it present in your body. Feel it in the room. The atmosphere around us is purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon you and you're purified and blessed. Salutations to your mother and father, your gurus. Think of the Lord. Think of God. And whatever name you call the divine. Whatever way you see God, Whatever made the big bang boom, what is that? Breathe in and open your heart to receive. It's through grace that we enlighten. And now bring your hands up. Bring your hands up and spread your fingers wide. Imagine your fingers are like tuning forks. And if I were to take a tuning fork and strike it and it's vibrating, and I put it next to the one that hasn't been struck yet, it will pick up the vibration of the one already vibrating. And in a similar way, like maybe a satellite dish. You think of your palms as little satellite dishes. I'm sending you an energy. So there's one gradient, you feeling it in your nervous system. You can open it up again by feeling the Earth's magnetism and energy and that of the sun. And then I've been trained my whole life. I've been teaching this for 30 years. I've trained with the best masters on the planet, did yoga tapas, and now I'm helping people all over the world because you're ready. Let's see if you can take in some more. Breathe in and absorb that energy like a sponge. Just let yourself absorb it. We're sharing energy. I'm feeling God's love. I want to share it with you. I'm just sharing love. It's all about love. Love is all that matters. And as you breathe out, let everything else go. Just let yourself be loved. Let yourself receive the grace. Let yourself experience your own life force opening up inside you. Breathe in again and absorb even more. Now bring your left hand down and put it on your knee and take your right hand and go ahead. You feel the tingling in your hand? Do you feel a buzzing in your fingers? Roll the energy out to the tips of your finger and very gently touch your third eye. And if you need, you can open your eye again to see what I'm doing. It's simply using the magnetism that I've sent to you, or the Shakti pot, it's called. So you have Shakti, which Shakti pot is the transmission of Shakti or energy. So it's a very advanced form of yoga. And so as you breathe in, you're drawing that energy in and it's accumulating on your fingers. Now as you touch your third eye, some of that magnetism will be transferred into your third eye, into this place, which will simply make it easier for you to focus at this place. So touch the third eye and feel or imagine that transfer of the energy. And then you can bring that hand down so both hands are on your knees again. And just breathe in and galvanize your focus at the point between the eyebrows. So what you've been looking for is here right now. It's not outside yourself. You've been called. God has called you. You've been called to awaken from the dream and remember who you are and why you were born so you can enlighten. You're some of the first to enlighten, to bring about enlightenment during the age of enlightenment. How does that feel when I say that? Does that resonate as being true for you? I invite you to breathe in and connect to the very core of your own being and ask yourself, are you ready to enlighten? So your being ready and being a yes to that opens you up to receive it. I don't give it to you. You have it. It's really a matter of you creating the state within yourself for your own mind to behold what you've always been and what God already is. For you've never been anything other than that which you already are. But your mind has another idea of who it thought you were based on your life experiences, your name, your gender, your religion, your nation, your job. Your mind has all these ideas, but who you are isn't a person. It isn't a body, it isn't a mind. You are the spirit itself. And you're here to help evolve the consciousness of the planet. We are now in the age of Aquarius. The precession of the equinox has moved, and now there are masses of people enlightening. We see this within religions. We see this within the mass yoga movement around the world. We see this in metaphysics. We see all the people that are meditating, millions and millions of people meditating. We're all beginning to learn about each other's cultures and religion through the media. There is an awakening occurring, and now you are at the forefront. And the more you connect and the more you evolve yourself, the more that light and awareness will move through you so that you can share it with everyone else, wherever you go. So how does that feel when I say that to you? Breathe in. Close your eyes again and gaze into your mind's eye. And feel the life force in you and feel how the kundalini or your life force energy is moving. Maybe you don't feel it in your spine, but energy is being sent now up from your root chakra at the base of the spine, all the way up through a bundle of nerves inside your vertebral column. And then it branches out like a flower opening up, and those thousands of dendrites and axons, which are the neuron fibers, the arms and legs of the neurons or brain cells, all gather together and come into your spinal column. So the Kundalini, if you've ever wondered what that is, it's your own energy and innate intelligence, the consciousness itself, flowing up through and then extending out to the top of the head, awakening this inner knowing, this sixth sense. And this is what's happening to you right now. It's happening to you because you're reflecting on it. And as you reflect on it, you engage this part of your mind that can look within yourself. So this is going to be another big part of the course, consciousness, and becoming conscious of what consciousness is, becoming conscious of what makes you unconscious, becoming conscious of how to evolve your consciousness to its highest expression, and developing conscious control over your mind and body so you can direct it to those courses of action that bring the greatest amount of prosperity and happiness and peace into your life. There's now a science to this, and you're learning it through the Enlightenment course. So everyone, take a deep breath and connect with the life force within you that is you. Gaze into your mind's eye and feel how your brainwave frequencies are beginning to slow down. Just close your eyes and feel the peace. Feel the dynamic stillness in your body. Thou art this. That which causes life within you is you. So what we're essentially doing is turning our mind around 180 degrees so it can behold the self that we are. We're used to looking outside of ourselves through our eyes and ears and other senses. Through this meditation, this is how we're going to begin, is by looking within and simply acknowledging and connecting with the life force within us that is us. And all you have to do that is be present to it any time of day. And if you want to develop that connection, just sit down, close your eyes, and put your attention here between your eyebrows. You can go ahead and open your eyes now if you'd like. And even in a few minutes of putting your attention here, you're going to develop that connection. There's going to be peace. There's going to be more clarity and more inspiration to go back and deal with whatever it is you have to deal with. So the more you check in throughout the day, the more you're going to connect, the more you're going to be connected. And maybe in the morning, first thing in the morning, before you do anything else, except maybe go to the bathroom, sit and meditate. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just sit, gaze into your mind's eye, or watch this presentation and just hear the sound of my voice, or gaze into my eyes and feel the energy moving from my eyes into your eyes. And energy is being transferred. So let's try an eye gazing technique. If you gaze into my eyes right now and feel the divine energy moving from my eyes into your eyes, and now close your eyes and observe the sensation in your body. See if you can feel the energy there. So we can connect visually. This program that you're watching becomes an aid to develop. Every time you watch it, you're going to connect even deeper. Now bring your hands up again if you'd like. So this is like doing another set. If we were in the gym, we're doing reps. Well, you've acclimated to one level of consciousness, and then we did it again a second time. Let's see if we can do it a third time. So bring your hands up, palm your hands, and as you breathe in, just let that light move down your arms into your heart and feel your heart opening. And the more open you are to receive, the more you'll receive. I can't force it on you. But you guys, I've been so blessed to study. I started meditating when I was 5 years old. I felt God's presence. I was guided by the angels and higher beings, Sai Baba, Jesus. And then I had a near-death experience in the hospital. And then at 16, I climbed to the top of a mountain. And God spoke to me, and that's how I ended up writing Looking for God and studying all the religions of the world and studying with so many gurus and finding God. And you know where God was? It was right here, waiting for me to notice, right within myself and everywhere else, matter of fact. So feel it within yourself. Breathe in and feel the energy coming in, passing from me to you. As a brother, I want to help bring this energy up. Feel the Shaktipat. Feel the divine energy coming into you. Feel God's grace coming into you. Let's share this love together. It's like we're creating a love vortex. And as you breathe out, feel your energy. You're not just receiving it, now you're transmitting it. Now you're sending it out. And maybe your auric field is actually getting stronger. Again, breathe in and feel the energy coming in, down your arms, into your heart. Feel your heart expanding like a balloon, as if you were breathing into a balloon and it's getting bigger with every breath. Feel your capacity to receive love growing. Because in the end, it's really a matter of allowing yourself to be loved, letting this energy in, letting this love in, like a brother or a guru. So I bow to that which brought you to me, and I want to share with you a little bit more. So take another breath and just absorb a little bit more. And now turn your hands again like we did before, so the palms are facing each other, with the elbows bent. And now just wave your hands a little bit. Instead of bringing them close, like we did before, you should be able to feel the energy field way out here. You should feel some energy, or at least here. Can you feel some more energy between the hands, like there's a ball of light or a cushion of energy? Is that coming into you? It will with practice. Sometimes letting go of the effort actually makes it easier to feel it. But there are electromagnetic fields, and we've measured these. They can be measured electronically. Electromagnetic frequencies are emanated through different parts of our body, and they can be measured. Whether you call it an aura or a biomagnetic field, it's the same thing, and there are different gradients of the energy, and I'll explain all these in the upcoming lectures. We're going to go into the physical structure of our being, how from spirit into body, and how the divine expresses through every level of our existence, and how we're evolving. I'm going to give you the science behind that. We're going to look at our brain and how it works, what consciousness is, and how we can become more conscious of our consciousness. So the first step, we can begin right now, is saying, well, where am I at right now? What am I feeling? What state am I in? I invite you to take a deep breath now. Go ahead and bring your hands back down. And look within yourself and say, well, where am I at? What's going on in my body? Do I feel energy? Can I feel a difference now than, say, an hour ago? And connect with whatever that is, that subtle difference. Because at first it's subtle, but as you tune into it more, it begins to develop. It's like learning to dance or any new skill. The more you practice and work with it, the stronger it gets. So breathe in and again, feel the energy in your nervous system, feel it in your chi, feel it in the electromagnetic fields around your body, and feel it flowing through you and me. And there should be this giant ball of energy beginning to develop. So what this is doing is working at two different levels. One is the amount of energy. It's going to help release the blocks and open up new channels and help you move through resistances and get to a higher level of consciousness. So part of it is an energetic moving. The other part is your mind adjusting. You will rise to the level of your own resistance. So what we want to do is look at what is showing up in my life that is testing me. Everything you experience is teaching you something about yourself, and all your life experiences are there to help you learn and grow and evolve. So as you develop consciousness, what you're going to be doing is paying more attention to the nuance of all these experiences in your life and how you are reacting to them, and what opportunities are being made available in the process. And so the more conscious we become of what brings us greater joy and happiness and peace, what we really want, the happier we're going to be. The more conscious we become of what makes us become unconscious, the less we're going to get sucked into those negative energy vortexes that keep us from prosperity, happiness, and peace. It's a matter of being mindful. It's a matter of becoming a master. It's a matter of your enlightenment. And I'm going to give you all the tools. It works. It's worked for over 30 years with thousands of people all over the world. So I want you to begin now with an exercise. We're going to conclude this class with an exercise. One, I want you to do some meditation every day. The most powerful thing you can do is to sit for 20 to 30 minutes, first thing in the morning, and just get connected. And allow yourself, think of it as a massage or a jacuzzi. That's why I use that image of a jacuzzi of consciousness. How nice it would be to just sit in the jacuzzi for 20 to 30 minutes every morning and get replenished and connect with your life force. And in the beginning, it may seem very subtle, but as you keep at it, like going to the gym or being on a good diet, you're going to get better at it. It's going to get stronger, and you're going to feel so much joy and love and peace. It's beyond your conception. And the other exercise I want to invite you to do is to think about what it is you really want. If you could talk to God and say, look, this is what I need or want, or how can I serve you, Lord, is even a higher level to approach it. And maybe write it out in a journal. Write out a letter, a covenant letter to God, and say, this is where I need help. And in your journaling, in you being clear on what you want to create, it'll make it much more powerful and easier for that to be created. And in the process of thinking about what you really want, you're going to start to go deeper and look at what's really important to you, because maybe a lot of the things you've been putting energy on aren't giving you what you really want. But I can guarantee you one thing. The more you look within, the more you will find joy and happiness and peace. The more clarity you'll develop. The more insight, the more inspiration, the more creativity. Really everything you're looking for is already right here. The kingdom of heaven lies within. Matter of fact, there's a great quote. I love Jesus, so I want to, whether you're a Christian or not, this will be a great quote from the Gospel of Thomas, which not many people have heard, but was written in the 1st century and by Thomas. Just kind of a notebook of things, most of which we've heard in the New Testament. But there's one quote in particular I love. The apostles are asking Jesus, they say, hey, when will the kingdom come? He keeps talking about this time and place where everyone will feel the presence of God and live in peace and joy. And they could feel it around him because he had all this spiritual energy, right? So they say, Lord, when will the kingdom come? He says, it will not come by waiting for it. You cannot say that it's over here or over there, for the kingdom of the Father is spread out before man, but he sees it not. So those that have eyes, let them see. So it's here right now. It won't come by waiting for it. God's right here. The divine never left because everything in existence is a part of the divine. So if we're not feeling the divine, if we're not connected to the divine, it's because we've lost our connection and we simply need to reconnect. And that's how these tools are going to help you. Wherever you are, you can always connect with the divine. So one is by just stopping and feeling the presence of the divine, feeling your life force. If you have a chance, sit down, maybe go out to your car on a coffee break or whatever you need to do and gaze into your mind's eye for a moment and just turn on your life force and connect with the spirit in you. The other thing you can do is get clear in your journaling, like writing that letter to God, or think about what it is you really want to create in life. Or maybe ask the question, what can I do? And the more you reflect, the more clarity you will gain. So a big part of this course is going to be reflection and direct awareness. Jnana Yoga, it's called, where we become aware of our own awareness, conscious of our own consciousness. But more than anything else, it's going to be about love. And so I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. May you all enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, happiness, and peace. May the whole world live in happiness and peace.